is my husband, Keith Crosby, and I am originally from Dalhart. Been here basically my whole life, besides about 10 years that we moved to Amarillo. We recently moved back 5 years ago.
Yep. It was probably about 10 years ago, and I was starting to not feel very well at all. We lived here in Dalhart for the first time that we were here, and I kind of just chalked it up to getting older, and and I was reluctant to go to the doctor, and it got to a point where some people were pointing out that I probably needed to, and so I finally gave in and went, and then found out that my health was less than sustainable for life, I'll put it that way. And it's been a circus ride ever since, ups and downs of trying to find out what the causes are, and till here recently starting to at least get a few answers. I was having an issue of a lack of sufficient blood for my body to function off of, and severe iron deficiency. And it just seemed like going from doctor to doctor, specialist to specialist, they just seemed to kind of focus on treating the symptoms, giving me infusions, transfusions, and they really just kind of gave up looking for what's causing it all. And I just kind of felt like that's just the way it was going to be, and so I just kind of stopped seeing those doctors for a long while, and just, we were financially struggling with the bills, and it didn't seem like my health was getting any better. Well, it really was starting to affect all aspects of my life. Physically getting unable to do my job. And starting to take a toll on our family as well. I think it was to a point where my family was starting to feel like they were about to plan a funeral. I was starting to nosedive again with my health to a point where, I think a lot of people were wondering just how much longer I was going to make it. And then I was encouraged to seek a new doctor, as mine had retired and moved previously, my primary care, and that there was a doctor here named Dr. Stone who was dealing with internal medicine and was looking to take on some complicated cases. And so I'd been praying and hoping for a cure. And I have no doubts in my mind that being able to see Dr. Stone was a moment of divine intervention in my health care. Because immediately he listened to everything I had to say, and he dove right in with a number of tests, and instead of just treating symptoms, he started getting to the bottom of some of my health issues. And it's been so extraordinarily life-changing that all my colleagues and friends have noticed a severe change in my physical appearance, my demeanor, and other things that were being affected by just how bad my health was.
So I have the privilege of working very closely with Dr. Stone at the hospital, and as soon as the decision was made that he would go into the clinic and not just the emergency room, I immediately said, I have your first patient. And I do believe that it was a God thing that we are here, that I'm working here, that I got to really know Dr. Stone, because I wouldn't have thought, after all the doctors that we've seen in Amarillo and other places, that hometown doctor here would have the answers. But I've worked with him, I've seen how much he cares and really digs in and for the answers for his patients. And so I'm really excited that Keith got to be one of his first patients, and I'm just happy to have my husband back.
I feel like for the first time in my medical journey that there's actually solutions being sought with the tests that I've been taking, some of the medications I've been prescribed, and some of the further tests that are coming up to eliminate certain things and get ready to move on at least to new possibilities of what's causing my illnesses. And just so far, the difference that the treatments have made is extraordinary compared to the past 10 to 12 years of just knowing that it's just going to be the same routine. They're going to look at the same places. They're going to not look any further except to just treat my symptoms and move on, put a Band-Aid on it, and we'll see you in 3 months, and we'll do the same thing over again. It's been much different here. Every time I go to see Dr. Stone, or he sends me to one of the specialists that he's recommended, I know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel coming. It's just a matter of finishing out that journey, but at least there's some substance to the hope that we've been hanging on like a thread. And it's just, it's something that I think I would recommend everyone if they are struggling with not getting solutions, that there could be answers if they're willing to seek it.
We're like waiting for you to come through this door.
No, so now you just fake it and go through this.
Okay, what are we doing? Let's plan this before we...
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.